Today me and you power with Isao. Una. I want to know your una. I want to put me on your finger. Una. I want to know your una. I want to be your una. Go down low and touch up. I won't let go, baby. Break your back for me. I feel you, baby. I love you. One blow, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One blow, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One blow, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. I want for you. One blow, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. I want for you down like you bending for prayer. I want for you down like scratching your legs. The kind of thing you do in my mind, the thing you do in connect. The other things you do, I want to take all my share. They making me the sweat. Man, you the best. How will you do? Till I say, give me more fire, go fear no fire. Place upon me, get up, pray you don't tire. Give me more fire, go fear no fire. Put upon me, get up, pray you don't tire. Hit the man, go like my shorty. I big blow, I will see you rock your body. Hit the man, go that's my shorty. You too nasty, your body love me. One blow, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One blow, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One blow, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One blow, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. Someone know for the things that you doing every class in the morning. I won't know the thing that you doing where it lasts till the morning time. I won't know the thing that you doing if it costs in the morning. I won't know the thing that you doing where it lasts till the morning time. Are you ready? Go down, baby. I like to see you want to step on the beat. Sit, I make it stand on your feet. And you get the legend that you remove covers. I make it dance, you rocking it. Don't show your stop because I'm watching it. Shake your ball when for baby, I grabbing it. To let me and you the two we locking it. I ever that. One slow, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One slow, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One slow, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One slow, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't. It's time for Christmas now, where we all be having fun.
The Liberia Chess Federation, working together with the African Chess Confederation and the Ministry of Youth and Sports of Liberia, is delighted to welcome the African chess community to the historic city of Monrovia. This year, for the first time, Liberia hosts the 2021 edition of the African Junior Chess Championships. The games will be played at the Monrovia City Hall from Wednesday, December 29, 2021 to Tuesday, January 4, 2022. The ballroom at the City Hall, right at the foot of the historic Capitol Hill, will be overflowing for a week by the presence of some of the brightest young minds of Africa. Liberia is a country of natural hospitality and the ideal destination for tourism in sub-Saharan Africa. The city of Monrovia, founded more than 200 years ago by settlers from the United States of America, is a blend of the past, the present, and the future. Monrovia has hundreds of beaches stretching from Cape Mesurado to Marsha, nice Atlantic climate, a variety of African dishes, residents who are magnetized to strangers, and a strong and rapid growing chess community. We are pleased to be playing host to participants from across our great and diverse African continent. Welcome to Monrovia, the glorious land of liberty. Welcome to the 2021 African Junior Chess Championships.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning, Costa. And
welcome, folks. We're glad to be here. Today is Friday, the 17th of December 2021. Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome. Let's start with the legislature. The House of Representatives passing the Aslamita deal yesterday. Let's start with that, Waka. I'm trying to write something here. I'm gonna turn the thing over to you. What do you know about how it happened yesterday?
Okay, so folks, yesterday, for the first time in history, almost 50 plus lawmakers were in attendance yesterday to pass the Aslamita deal. Yeah, they came in their numbers. I just don't know. Is it because of what they were promised after signing this agreement? But they were all out yesterday for the first time since the beginning of the year to be over 50 persons present at the National Legislature, most especially the House of Representatives, to pass the Aslamita deal. So the deal was yesterday passed officially, and now it's being sent to the Senate for concurrence. So all of the talking that we've been doing here, it just go in vain. Like we promise you that this is just what we will do. We will just make history. We'll make Liberian people know that once the concession agreement came up, we Liberians, most especially us here at the Costa Show, did our best to make sure that this bad deal shouldn't pass. But our government and folks there at the national legislature, our lawmakers, didn't listen to us. They went ahead, they are working in their own interest instead of the interest of the Liberian people. So they passed the deal yesterday in the House of Representatives. So it's now being sent to the Senate for concurrence. After that, now this will be up to us non-Liberians to live with it for the next 34 years. And also the budget was passed yesterday. The budget was passed also yesterday by the House of
In the House
Representatives.
of Representatives, yes.
Yes. So
The House passed the budget at $786 million. The budget was submitted at $785 million, and it was passed at 786. And the wage bill was put at $491 million. Yeah, $491 million. That's for salaries alone. So, folks, as Bwakai said, the lawmakers passed the budget. The House of Representatives passed the budget. It's going to the Senate, and the Senate is going to do similarly. The budget, the deal will pass once it gets to the Senate. They're all ready. Yesterday, there was a bit of confusion at the legislature, the House of Representatives in particular. Each representative was given $50,000, but Buffer Chambers and they tried to crook their colleagues. They tried to tell them that the money was $20,000. And that brought a bit of a confusion. So quickly, they got exposed. Yeah, they got exposed, but and they were told that yes, the right amount is $50,000. So they all took the money, including our own CEPP lawmakers.
And Costa, not cutting you off, Costa.
I'm coming. Yeah. Let me just say something. Including our own CPP representatives, including our own lawmaker Yeke Kolba, for example. We need to call these hypocrites out. You can't come to the public and you condemn the president about everything, but in the legislature, whatever money they bring for corporate G, you take it. Yeke Kolba, who is one of the harshest critics of the CDC government, and you know, and you all know, I normally would not do this here, but I want you all to ask him how he voted. I'm not going to say definitively that he took the money, but I want you, members of the public, to ask Yeke Kolba, because from the House of Representatives, we know how much of a critic he is, how he voted. Bwaga? The floor is yours. You are about to say something.
And also heading that particular committee on the waste, it wasn't the waste, the concession committee was our own Clarence Massaquoi of the Unity Party.
Unity Party, Clarence Massaquoi. Yep.
Yeah. He headed that particular committee and he was the signatory of that document that got it passed.
He took the 50,000 too. And his Unity Party. Look, let me tell you something. These guys are not opposition people. They only belong to opposition parties, but they don't propagate, they don't fight for anything opposition. I mean, why do we even call in opposition lawmakers when they never vote? They never vote in opposition to the ruling party. Never. So again, people like to say, oh, you know, we're calling on all of them. Me, I'm calling on particularly Yeke Kolba. I want to know how he voted. And Bwaga, you know why I'm calling on him, right? In particular.
Yeah.
Because he criticizes almost everything the president does. So I would like to know how he voted on the deal. Did he receive the $50,000? Did he not vote for it? Is he in country, Baga?
Yes, he's in the country. He's here.
Good. So, folks, y'all join me now. This is not me picking force on the Yeke. This is a national issue, an issue that will affect us tomorrow, that we'll all complain about tomorrow. So I want to know how he voted. Now, I don't really, Baga mentioned Clarence Massaquoi. I don't hold Clarence Massaquoi to any standards. I don't hold him to any standards. I mean, Clarence Massaquoi, I have absolutely not a tiny bit of respect for Clarence. So I'm not surprised. Even if he brought a bill against Unity Party, Clarence Massaquoi will vote for him.
We'll vote for him once there is cash.
Once there is cash. Okay, so please, don't waste our time here. Yeah, so I want to know, is Yeke in the country? If he's in the country, how did he vote for this deal? I want to know.
According to the poll, he went to Ghana yesterday. So I don't know. People are saying he went to Ghana yesterday, but we know that he voted yes.
I don't know how he voted. Maybe Bagai knows, but I want to know how he voted. I think he needs to tell us this, because when you've elevated yourself to a certain level in a country, and you are known to be a big critic of the regime, and you are in the legislature, and they bring these bad deals, now you have to tell us. We have to know how you voted. It's very important. Bagai, you can't just come to the public and you talk, and then in the legislature you do something else. No, it doesn't work that way. You don't have that luxury. You have to tell us how you vote in the legislature. You have to tell us. It is important that we know. So again, I'm asking, is Yeke in the country? And I want to know how he voted. You remember yesterday, I took Darius Dillon on. Darius Dillon appeared on OKFM. He said he's against the bill. That's what he said. He appeared on OKFM, and he said he's against the ArcelorMittal deal. In our chat room, he said the same thing. He said when the bill goes up to them at the Senate, I'm not the only one in the chat room, there are tons of us there. He said he will not support it. Again, we'll see when the bill goes to the Senate. It is expected that the Senate will vote in concurrence on the bill next week. And of course, the Senate will pass the bill. The Senate will pass the bill. $50,000 is a huge amount of money for these guys to let up on. The point about it is, ArcelorMittal is in this habit to bribe our people broad day.
Broad day.
The people are so brave, They bribe, and bribery is so against the law. For where these people come from, you are not supposed to engage in bribery. It is illegal. They can be prosecuted back home. They can be prosecuted in the UK. They can be prosecuted but they don't care. They're so brave. The first time they came to Liberia, we know what they do. Every single time the ArcelorMittal has to go to the legislature for a review of their concession agreement or an amendment. This is the third amendment since the been in Liberia as of 2005. They always bribe our people. The first time they gave our people 100 pickups.
That was it.
100 pickups. 100 pickups. They do open bribery. They don't care. They don't really. We need to consider suing these people abroad. We need to consider. I think their headquarters is in the UK. We need to go to London and sue ArcelorMittal as citizens. Sue them for bribing our legislature and violating our laws and violating the very international standards to which they are committed and the laws of the country where they are registered as a company. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. It's just downright wrong. They bribe openly. Yesterday, there was not small noise in the place there. A buffer teamers, they want to eat their man and eyeball. The money is 50,000. They want to get a man 20,000.
And take 30.
Do you know what it means, folks? Do you know what it means? This Christmas time when Liberians are catching hell, and you got individual lawmakers receiving $50,000 for Christmas. I said, let me time the whole deal, Walker. The time the whole deal, Luxembourg. I'm pretty sure Luxembourg got talking a law against. They said that's where they're headquartered. And look, Walker, they timed this deal to coincide with Christmas.
Christmas.
Knowing that this is a period, this is a time when lawmakers will want to lose money to spend on their girlfriends and to do these things that it's just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Maybe the COP should look at it. We got COP Europe chapter. Some of my friends are in Europe. Maybe we should look into hiring a lawyer in Europe, in Luxembourg, to look at the law there and see whether we can find a lawsuit against ArcelorMittal for bribing our lawmakers. We should consider looking into that. I will talk to the COP Europe chapter people. We can do some research. I mean, the people are so brave. They don't care. Again, I want to say, we want to hear how Yeke Kolba voted. We want to know. I don't care about the other lawmakers there. I don't have any respect for them. I'm not even going to ask them. There are no opposition lawmakers. The lawmakers there from Unity Party or whatever party, they are all useless. Just forget it. Nothing. If you tell those people you want to sell Liberia, if you bring a bill to the legislature and say you want to sell the country, or they should vote to sell the country to you for the right price, for the right price, they would vote to sell Liberia to you.
Yeah.
They would vote to sell Liberia to you. 2023, let somebody can stand in front of me and tell me, say, I'm going to support people to go to the legislature. The way I will cost you. Let somebody can stand in front of me and say, I'm going to support people to go to the legislature, to go represent the opposition. The way I will cost you from head to toe. You can't stand in front of me and say, I'm going to support people to go to the legislature. When I finish cursing you from the opposition, you call yourself CPP. You can't stand in front of me in 2023 and you tell me, say, oh, you know, we got to win the other district. We got to win the other district. I will curse you. No matter who you are, you better not stand in front of me in 2023 and tell me, say, I'm going to support someone to send my swan to go to the House of Representatives or to go to the Senate. You better not stay in front of me, because I will cost you. It will not be easy. No matter who you think you are, I dare you to come stand in front of me. Whether you political leader, or whether you what you can't stand in front of me in 2023 and tell me, say, my man, we gotta win the other seat. You know, the opposition gotta take the other seat. You can't stand in front of me. I just waiting for them. You can't tell me, say, Costa, let's raise money for the mayor or raise money for the person so we can send them to the House of Representatives or to the Senate. I will cost you from head to toe. I will cost you. It will not be that's what cost I will cost you.
Yeah, because someone then normally says that, oh, even if I, as an individual, refuse to sign this particular agreement, no matter what it is, it will be passed because it go by numbers.
Stand for something. You can't tell me, say, oh, the reason why I'm taking it become my friend and taking it. So whether I take it or not take it, the deal will still pass. No, stand for something. Stand for something. And say, look, this deal is bad. ArcelorMittal has not done X, Y, and Z. Why are we giving them additional 15 years? Because their deal is actually 15 years. ArcelorMittal is left with a remainder of 9 or 10 years on their concession agreement. So you're giving them additional 15 years. So the deal is, ask them the question, Why do you want me to vote to give ArcelorMittal additional 15 years when, for example, number one, they are polluting the environment, they are making the people sick, they don't drink the water there themselves because they know it's not safe, and they are sick, they're making our people sick. That's one. Number two, ArcelorMittal is supposed to hire 25% of the top management supposed to be Liberians. In the 14 years that they've been here, they still do not have that. It's an easy thing to do. Number three, ArcelorMittal is supposed to build a technical college here to train the people. They have not done that. Number four, ArcelorMittal is supposed to build a concentrator to determine the different types of ore, the different types of iron ore, in order for Liberia to get a fair share. ArcelorMittal has not done that. Number five, ArcelorMittal is, the things are just too many. ArcelorMittal is giving the people what? $3 million in social development. Now they're going to increase their production by 300% from 5 million tons a year to 50 million tons a year. They still want to give the people $3 million in social development. Why can't we increase this by 300% in proportion to their proposed production quota from 5 million to 50 million? Why can't we do that? I mean, just a whole number of things. Why are we giving them these big tax breaks? Why are we giving them blanket tax breaks? Just a whole lot of things that the lawmakers should be asking. Why? Why? Nobody is saying that we should not extend the ArcelorMittal deal. But the things that ArcelorMittal was supposed to do, they have not done. Why are we giving them an additional 15 years? Why are we giving them the railroad? Why are we giving them the port? Has the current arrangement, has it not been working? Does ArcelorMittal not have access to the port? Is it hindering their operations? The access they have to the rail, is it affecting them? No. Is the access they have affecting them? Do they have to control the rail? Do they have to be in charge? Do they have to be the one to manage it? Do other companies have to pay to them to manage it in order for it to work? These are the questions I will ask. Yes. Do we want 3,000 additional jobs? Yes. Do we want them to expand? Yes. But expand to what end? When was the last time they paid us a dividend check? When? Huh? They're making our people sick. They are polluting the water. They are polluting the ecosystem. How are we ensuring that they pay money to clean up the environment? How? Nothing of the sort. And we sit there and we give them additional 15 years, and our lawmakers collect $50,000 a piece. I mean, okay, please. Hey man, can you imagine this? Can you imagine this? This country here, that's why I tell you people, I was telling you the other day, you were arguing with me, this country will not change unless we have a president in the mansion who decides that they will do it differently. If you have a president in the mansion who will send bribe money to the legislature, they will take it and they will vote for whatever that president wants them to vote for. That is the way it works, Parker. As long as you have a bad person in the mansion who takes bribe, who negotiates and sends bad deals, they will take it and they will vote for whatever you want them to vote for. The lawmakers will never change unless you have a decent president in the mansion who decides that I will not send bad deals to you, I will not send kickbacks to you to ratify concession agreements. I will not do that. I will send you good deals, tailored based on the laws of the land, in the interest of the people. And I will not send you $1. And if it is a concession agreement, I will not tolerate the concessionaire offering you kickbacks to ratify that deal. If they do that, I find out they will be prosecuted and their deal will be canceled. If the lawmakers have a concession agreement where no bribe is involved, no kickback to ratify is involved, they would be inclined to pay attention to that deal, to read it and reread it and proofread it, analyze it, reanalyze it, way left, right, center, backwards, before they vote on it.
Hmm.
But because they are giving bribes, kickbacks, they are not inclined to pay attention. That is the reason why when Ellen was president, we had 66 bad concessions out of 68 that were audited. Now, those were not the only bad concessions she did. But at the time, when they hired that company called Moore Stevens to do a post-award audit, and an award of the concession agreements that had been struck within that period of her being in power, 66 out of 68 were bad. That's 90 something percent of all the concession agreements were bad. And when they say bad, the deals were struck in outright violation of the laws of the country. Whether they were the mineral development agreements, whether they were production sharing contracts in the petroleum sector, whether they were forestry management agreements in the forestry or the timber sector, whether they were, you name it, bad agreements. Because our legislature, they don't care. They don't care. They can take money to do whatever you give them. You tell them you want them to impeach George Weah for the right price, they will take it. They will impeach him.
Just give them money. Just give them money. That's
what the lawmakers are. They stand for nothing.
If you want for president, we are not to be president for the next day. Just bring money. Just pump.
Yeah, find $5 million and
just
go to the
legislature. The next
they will
day,
remove the president.
There will be no George Weah.
They will remove the president. Find $5 million. Go to the legislature. They will remove him. Yeah. Let me say this to you, folks. Let me say this to you. Yesterday, the LSCC was investigating you know the thing about the LSCC? They investigate cases that are not serious. Yeah, cases that, when I said not serious, that don't affect people, very important people in the regime. So the LSCC has concluded their so-called investigation into the National Elections Commission. The NEC boss, the chairperson, Devietta Brown Lansana, awarded a contract to her brother, her biological brother. They carry the same last name, Brown. He owns the company. She awarded him the company, the contract to supply the LSCC 22 thermometers.
For rent.
Not for purchase, for rent.
Yeah, for rent.
Something that she could purchase for under $30,000 or under $50,000. She awarded the contract to her biological brother for $182,000 for 22 pieces of thermometers. Folks, for 22 pieces of thermometers that the Elections Commission could buy. They could buy those thermometers, they could own those thermometers, but she chose to rent them from her brother. And so the LSCC investigated her, and they have found her guilty. They have found her guilty, and they are recommending her dismissal and removal. What? It's a waste of our time.
Total waste of time. That's what
it's not going to happen. What she did, and they said she knew about it, and she influenced the contract going to her brother. She stole from the government of Liberia. She stole from the Liberian people. The reason she gave her brother all this money makes absolutely no sense other than the fact that he is her brother. And I'm sure she got some of that money in kickback from her brother.
Because that's
$182,000 to rent thermometers, 22 pieces of thermometers, 22 minutes.
Let me say the thing where they can test your temperature, where they can put your forehead, last one in there, like we're talking about.
They can test your temperature to find out whether you get COVID.
Like we're talking about.
And the thing the woman rented from her brother, that thing is cheap, very, very cheap. 22 pieces. Hold on, Braga. Let me go find out. Let me find out how much for it. What is the price of a standard thermometer to test for high temperatures? I'm looking for you. Google come and give it to me, Jenna. You can get the expensive one for $374. You can get some here for $59. You can get some here for $89. This one is a popular one. It's an infrared thermometer thermal gun. It's $350 US for it. They got some here. My man, the thing is cheap. Let's just say $400 US for it, brother. $400 US. This thing is so cheap. And she paid $182,000 to her brother
to rent.
Okay, what does that tell you about this woman? To her biological brother. I say her cousin, her brother. She rented 22 pieces of them. But why will you rent a thermometer?
So if we rent it for this going election, the upcoming 2023 election again, we should go again and rent instead of purchasing it this time around.
Yeah. So listen, Abaga, this is it. So let's say $350 US for 22 pieces. That's $7,700. But the woman paid $182,000 to her brother.
Wow.
It's a simple, cheap device. $150 can give it to you. A $50 US can give it to you. The handheld one that looks like a gun, they call it the thermal gun. You can get it for $250 or $300 US. The thing is so cheap. This is what this woman paid her brother $182,000 US for to rent it. She also told her brother, go buy the cheap thing, you bring it, I will rent it from you.
Look at that.
So that means let's divide 182,000 by 22 pieces of thermometers. Okay. 182. Tell me, like, 182,000. Let's do the math. Divided by 22. So the woman paid $8,273 US to rent one device.
One. Just one.
$8,200 and what? Damn it. $273 to rent one device. $8,273 to rent one. This woman is a disgrace. She's a dirty, nasty disgrace. A nasty woman. That's what she is. And you know, some people are be offended when I call her a nasty woman. This kind of corruption here is a nasty corruption. But man, the woman couldn't even buy the things and tell her brother say supply it to all will buy it. I mean, she gotta say rent.
Yeah.
What? So the LSCC is recommending that a woman be fired.
Not to work for a Costa.
But of course, she will not be fired.
Nothing.
A device that costs $150, $200, the woman rented it for $8,273 for one unit. One unit. That is how nasty David Etta Brown Lansana is.
Costa, what I'm thinking is that she's not doing it alone. Some top official may directly be behind a particular deal.
I am not surprised.
Yeah, some top official. Yeah, we'll tell the person, we'll tell her, say, do it like this. Let's do it like this. So we can get a kickback, so we can get the money from all of them. That's all. I know when you go deep down, a top government official will be behind a particular deal.
Talking, my man. My man, Liberia is a mess. Liberia is a mess, oh. The country is a mess. A 26-year-old woman was arrested and taken to court yesterday, and she was jailed. In Liberia, only like little people here. Like Liberia, when will God give us a decent leader? A 26-year-old woman was taken to jail yesterday. What's her crime? she sold her 6-month-old baby for $60 US.
60 US, yep.
A 26-year-old mother, very poor mother, sold her 6-month-old baby, for $60 US.
Mm-hmm.
And they put her in jail yesterday. Amen. Amen, Bwaga. $60 US. Bwaga, I'm not saying what that woman did is excusable or defensible, but Bwaga, that woman sold her baby for $60 US. I want us to think about it for a minute. Do you think that woman doesn't love her child? Do you think that woman is heartless? She's wicked? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think that woman is heartless or wicked. I just think that woman is feeble-minded. She's not strong-minded. I think that woman was getting such a miserable hard time that she just gave up. You know, everybody not strong, Bwaga. You know that, right?
Absolutely.
That woman just gave up and said, let me just sell the child. Maybe in her mind, she felt when I sell it to the person will take care of the child. Let the child go from my hand to somebody who will be able to take care of the child. Desperation might have caused that woman to sell her baby. Hardship, indignity. You know, when a mother does that, she didn't throw the child away. But she didn't take the child and just throw the child away. She sold the child. And so that woman sold that child
because of a reason.
That whoever was buying that child from her could take better care of that child than she could.
There's a reason behind it, Costa.
Yeah. You know, I want to hear from that woman what really made her to do that.
Yeah.
And we need to help her. You know, rather than condemning her and rebuking her, we need to talk to that woman and say, my sister, how is your situation? What made you do this? And then we need to find out the father of that child. Is the father around? Is he supporting her? We need to find out about that. This is your assignment. If I tell it, my COP people, you should take a break and tell them this. While we're on, I don't want to forget. Tell Anthony Tengbe, tell what's his name, Mohammed Kone. We need to find out. Let them contact our lawyer. Let's go to the court, the COP lawyer. Let's find out this woman's situation. We want to see where she is. We want to see. Let's just hear from her. She didn't attempt to kill a child. No. She didn't throw the child away. No. She sold the child. She sold this child for $60 US. Something must have pushed her to sell this child. I'm not saying it's right, oh. That's not what I said, oh. I'm just saying, don't rush to condemn her. The hard time in the country now is not easy. Does this woman need help? Clearly she needs help. She may have some mental issues. It may be extreme poverty that gave rise to this desperation. She may have really badly needed that money, or she may have been in a situation where she cannot provide for this baby. So I would like to know what prompted this woman to sell her baby she carried. She did not abort this pregnancy, or at least if she tried, she wasn't successful in aborting the pregnancy. But I would like to know what made her sell this baby for $60 US. If she really needs help, the COP will provide help for her. We will talk to our people on here. We've helped a lot of people. We've saved a lot of lives. We've changed a lot of lives. We will help this woman. But I want to know, Bwaga. Please get in touch with my people. Let them get on there right now. We want to know what happened, what made this woman, what pushed her to the point where she would sell her baby for $60 US. We want to know, Bwaga. We want to know. Let's go to the phone lines this morning and take some calls there. Let's hear what Liberians have to say about their lawmakers. Y'all be passing around 2023. Y'all go support representatives and senators. My hand there. My hand there. My hand there. My foot not there. Let's take some calls, Bwaga.
All right. The phone lines are open 0770-102-102, 0886-010-383, 102-102. The WhatsApp number is +231 888 Those in the diaspora can call us on WhatsApp +231 888 we're talking about lawmakers. They set up meter deal passed yesterday in the House of Representatives. Is now been sent over to the Liberian Senate, and Deviator Brown Lansana, her crooked deal at the NEC.
Yeah, the LCC is recommending her dismissal.
So
and they should also, it should not just be her dismissal, her prosecution as well. I mean, what's it there? It's conflict of interest and it's criminal, Bwaga. It's criminal. This is defrauding the government. This is fraud. I mean, how you tell us that one lead 10 more meter you rented for $8,273 US? Something you can buy for 200 or for 150. Let's take some calls, Bwaga.
All right, let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kamal. I need to talk to you off air. When you have the time, can you call me back, please?
But the line you're calling me on, just
No, I understand. I have a question. My name is Talbot. My question is, when people break the law, most especially lawmakers, what happens to them?
I mean, that's the question you want to talk to Bwaga off air about?
No.
No.
Okay, I got your number. I will call you later.
All right, no problem. Bwaga will call you. But I mean, when they break the law, they go free. That's it. Nothing happens to them. But a 26-year-old woman can sell her baby out of desperation, and perhaps she's economically challenged or mentally challenged, but they can carry her to jail.
Jail, yeah.
You know, but a lawmaker can sell their country for $50,000. They go free. Yes, and you are going to vote for them again. That's what happens. Yeah, the 26-year-old woman can go to jail, but the dirty son of my swan there at the legislature, they can go free. That's the Liberia you have. A useless country. Let's take some calls there. That's the Liberia you have, my friend.
Yeah, the phone lines are still open. Let's take somebody on the WhatsApp number this morning. Good morning. Your name, where you joining us from?
Hello, Bwaga.
Yeah.
Yeah, good morning. This is Gina.
Welcome. Take 1 minute.
Bwaga, we need to do something about you holding your phone off like that. Do we need a bigger mixer?
That's all. Yeah, the bigger mixer. Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
Let's get it this weekend. Make sure you remind me. If you don't remind me, you will be held responsible.
All right. Go ahead, my brother. You're live.
Okay, yes. Okay. Yes, Bwaga. I'm calling
Bwaga,
regarding
that fellow is low, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my brother, you wasting time too much, my brother. When you call, go straight to the point. Yeah, we don't have luxury of time. So if you call, stop listening to yourself.
I can pin the number at the bottom of the page.
Yeah, +231 888-624171 is the WhatsApp number. +231 888-624171. Let me take another person on this WhatsApp number. Good morning. Your name is joining us from?
Yes, Bwaga. I'm Butu Jina calling from Virginia. I'm driving.
Yeah, but go ahead now, my brother. There's too much delay.
Yes, I just want to butcher what Costa say about Aslo meter. We need to go after the guys surgically. We need to sue them. I will try to reach Costa. Let's see what we can do to sue the companies. You see, because if we don't do it, they will continue to do this thing to our country. Our lawmakers and government officials are very useless people. They are a very useless part of Liberia, the government official. You see? But if we go after the company, they will stop all these things then. There's a penalty for it. If we can go through the European Court of Justice to see if we can sue them. Or see in America, we can go through the justice system in America and see if we can get a lawsuit. We need to get our evidence against this guy.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. So we take more calls. Keep it coming in on the WhatsApp number +231 888 624171070 102 102 086 010
Okay, you gotta find a way to increase the volume.
Okay. So
and in the morning, pin the phone numbers back. I just post them there and we'll pin them, please. It's easier for you to do. Just have the numbers ready. The WhatsApp number for the diaspora calls and the local numbers. Just put them at the bottom of the thing, and I will pin it so everybody can have them. But let's take some more calls there.
Okay, let's take somebody from the WhatsApp number again. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Waka. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. Welcome.
They are low, Waka. I don't know why, but they are low.
From Baltimore, Maryland, in the U.S.
Is it okay now?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, my brother.
Well, okay, thank you very much, sir. We're hearing a lot of things about the asylum matter there in Nimba County. The lawmakers, they are there, and these things are happening, and our people are listening to them. You know, what I really want them to do is to really protest against them. Because once the deal is signed, definitely it will be bounding. So I pray that the Liberian people will wake up and go to the capital.
Sorry, but the Liberian people will not wake up, my brother. Forget that. Just don't waste your time.
Will not wake up, my brother. Sorry about that. Let's take this up. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, welcome.
You get me?
Yeah, you are live. Welcome, William.
Yeah, okay, for the issue concerning what President was saying, I think that lady was scrambling. I think that lady was so poor and she don't have money. I think that's the reason why she had to sell her child for $60. But I think that woman really she was traumatized and then she was going on a suicide problem. That's the reason she took that sense of decision. But I don't think it is important and it is good that the jail, honestly, they can do is to talk to her and then see how bad the government see how best to help her out. But not by jail, now stop the problem. The woman not kill the child. Some people can see them, they see the child, they can kill the child, they can kill the child so they can happy. Or she decide to sell the child to somebody else at least so the person can be able to take care of the child. So I don't see anything. I think the people government need to see any reason to talk to her. That's all. And then see how best to help her out. That's what Petro was saying. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, William, for calling in. We're still taking your calls.
You need to find out what made the woman sell the child.
Yeah.
I think she must have been sometimes people can be desperate over that.
Yeah.
That it can lead them to mental insanity. I mean, people can do something crazy, you know.
Yeah.
But let's take some more calls then.
Good morning, Waka. Good morning, Costa.
Good morning. Your name, where you joining us from?
I'm Baba Jumade Kamara calling from Germany.
Welcome, my brother.
Yeah. On the concession agreement of the Islam matter, actually, the Nimba people have to stand up against that contract. Because that concession agreement, the new 50-year deal that is trying to sign. Because for one fact, at this no point, similar mess like that at the APN terminal. Up till now, we are still calling on our knee about APN terminal contract. And now there are another bogus contract they're trying to sign again, and just make the masses suffer from the kind of contract. So my view is that, or my point is, let the Nimanian and the Brazilian wake up to stand up against this bogus contract to rectify the identical deal or stay on the old deal and just change to few among them that's going to be rectified. That's my point. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother, for calling in. Another person on the WhatsApp number. Good morning. Your name is joining us from?
Good morning, Boakai. Good morning, Henry Pedro Costa. My name is Napoleon Soso. I'm calling you from Seattle, Washington. You know, the reason why you see these lawmakers are making all these crazy concession agreement is because we elect all the time poor people that don't even have bicycle. So this time around, we should elect a president that have enough cash that we think about the Liberian
It
people.
does not make any difference, my brother. Having money does not make you to have integrity.
Hello, my brother.
I'm sorry, but I disagree with you.
You think having money can make you to have integrity? Is that why you're trying to?
What about Vani Sharma? Ask him.
We stop some of this corruption.
Okay, so let's look at Vani Sharma.
We try George Weah. You'll see why it's happening. So
Vani
now,
Sharma is one of the richest men in the legislature.
a leader that don't have dirty hands.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you
My
so
brother,
much.
I'm sorry, I don't agree with you. Voting for a rich man without integrity is just as bad. In fact, it's even worse than a poor man without integrity. Because the rich man knows money. The rich man, it doesn't matter, my dear brother. It makes no difference. Having money, not having money, makes no difference. If you're bad, you're bad. Whether you poor, you're rich. When you're bad, you're bad. Period. Let's take more calls there.
Okay. Let's take DJ Lomer on this line this morning. DJ Lomer, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Baka, and good morning to Henry Pedro Costa, our leader. Costa, let me say to the Liberian people, we are not serious people in this country. Even down to the opposition lawmakers. Look, Costa had FM playing the tape this morning. How they were calling the guy, and they say, oh, when they call the other person, they say, oh, don't worry, we're finished with them. They put an serious people, they got the money they will pass. Make us think if I had FM get a recording, but I beg you after work, they go to had FM or call Patrick Ishmael. Let you get a recording. How the guy for naming the lawmakers and they say we finish with them. That thing will pass. And what Costa said is true. Let get people international community to sue the people internationally because they have been proving that they bribe our lawmakers. And our lawmakers are not serious people. If you down to the president, what kind of good president you will get on the first day of the week, on the first working day of the week, you go play basketball. You leave your office, you go play basketball. How will you get a man job to a labor? They just showing to us that the first working day, you got a weekend, you can go flex, but you take that day to go play. Then all your ministers follow you to the basketball gym to go sit down there. Then you sit down here and look at the LACC something. You think Costa they pour zero, but now can you go out, but I should be sitting down to that LACC? Look at the millions of dollars that they travel their thing talk from here. At the end of the day, then you bring the one that came last because the NEC that the last one. But by good brother were in the picture by giving a contract to your own brother. And then they took millions of dollars from here, including Kanye Bagbara. And they're sitting over there, at the end of the day, even though they were more stop from the Liberian people. But one of the main reasons here, Costa, they want to get that woman off. Because they buy election, they thought that the woman, if I want one of them saying, why didn't you get CDC one space for them to win? The woman wicked, the woman not want a job. Because at 10 position, so they found all means to move the woman. It proves the woman stole. Let them move the woman, but what happened to the MTA manager? Where say he taught our president, we are saying he taught them to play basketball. Okay. He went and saw our bosses. Then they said with all the absence of the GSA, but then they are saying the men free. So how many we know that the men saw the bosses for that you can free the men?
All right, thank you.
My brother, yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
But DJ Lomer, you make a good point. David Etta Brown Lansana, when it comes to the way she presided over the various elections, I think she's done a good job. Let's be honest. But she stole, period. The one she did is criminal. David Etta Brown Lansana has surprised us in terms of how she's been doing the elections. But then again, she has compromised herself. Could the regime use this thing here as a leverage? Could they use this thing to hang over her head? Look how speedily the LSCC investigated a woman, Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is surprising. The LSCC normally does not speedily investigate people like that.
The fastest.
And they did a quick investigation. They submitted the findings and they made it public. Hello, one guy. They made it public. They're calling for the woman's removal. Now, David Edgar Brown Lasana, I'm going to say this to you. I don't support what you did by giving your brother this contract. It's criminal and it's against the law. You violated the law. But at the end of the day, folks, David Edgar Brown Lasana, I'm told she has not been a favorite of the regime. Now, I didn't support her being chair of the NAC. You all remember. But she has done a pretty good job so far with the elections. All elections have been held. Perhaps the regime does not like the fact that she's there. But then does that mean she should be stealing money? No, she shouldn't be stealing money. She shouldn't be stealing money. She should be careful because it looks like the regime that really isn't impressed by how she's been conducting elections. But let's go to the phone lines and take some calls there.
Let's take
wrong.
This person on the WhatsApp number. Good morning.
Illegal, not wrong. Illegal. Illegal is worse than wrong.
I'm okay. Your name is joining us from?
Oh, I'm Sam. I'm calling from Australia, man.
Okay, Sam, welcome.
You know, the elders and the chiefs of Nimba should have drawn the young people to support them in speaking against this contract. When you go Nimba, they will kill you for good, for woman business, and for common things. And the got people that are selling the future of their children, and they all down that nothing is going on. They need to wake up like what the European Grandmaster did and stand up to this government, because that deal is going to haunt their children. And another thing the government could have done with that lady Costa is talking about, I think it would have been a great idea. They carried that woman for some sort of mental checkup, if you pass it, and then find out what is the reason behind how, because it is not normal. That woman spent almost $60 without breakfast a month. How can she sell that child for $60? I think these are the people's stories that the government should be spending taxpayer money on to turn around and make the world to know that people need help and they are there to give it to them.
Okay.
The person that also bought that child, what did the government do to that person? That's one of my questions.
Thank you so much for calling in. We're still taking your calls here on the lines. The WhatsApp number is active this morning. Good morning. Welcome. Where are you joining us from?
I'm Otelo George calling from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota.
Welcome, Otelo.
Yeah, okay. First of all, let me just tell you guys thank you, especially for waking up early every day to give the Liberian people the best news that they can think of, especially news that will help to improve their life. But then, at the other hand, the Liberians they don't even deserve listening to this kind of news that you guys are struggling every day to give us. I think it's about time that the Liberian people wake up, especially for those countries that have been affected, that they need to stand up. I mean, you guys will talk, but at the end of the day, I mean, all your effort will just go in vain. Liberian themselves need to stand up at this time. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's take somebody from this line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, your name is joining us from?
Hello.
Your name is joining us from?
Yeah, good morning. This is good morning. I personally want to know, but I personally want to know that if Representative Yaga Koruba took his own money, because Representative Yaga Koruba can be having a press conference, other things, then you come out to have press conference and tell that whether you receive the money or you don't receive the money on that. You want to know. Because we know that he's one of the focus in the house representative. So then he come out to tell that whether he receive the money, that's my point this morning. So that representative tell whether he receive the money, so we can know. When he not receive it, so we can know.
All right. Thank you so much, man, brother, for calling, William.
Of course. I mean, we need to hear from Yeke. And this is not an attack on him. He owes us this. We support him. We have every right to know how Yeke Koluba voted on the ArcelorMittal deal. Did he collect the $50,000 too? We want to know. Now, folks, let me ask you. So those of you watching and those of you listening, and those of you watching, I can see you. Do you want to know how Yeke Koluba voted? Yeke Koluba is a harsh critic of the regime. Do you care to know how he voted on this ArcelorMittal deal in the House? That's my question. Do you care to know how Representative Koluba voted on the ArcelorMittal deal? It is the question that I'm asking. Let's go back to the phone lines. If you care to know, just say yes. If you don't care to know, say no. Do you care to know how Yege Koluba voted? $50,000 was divided among the representatives. Every single representative who voted for him received $50,000 US. Do you care to know? Do you think you deserve to know? Yege Koluba talks to you about everything. We want to know whether everybody says yes. Omen Sumo, Mamadou Kane says yes. Austin Ward says yes. Black Diamond says yes. Abraham Momo says yes. Zion Festus, Dion Festus, Zion say yes. Silva F. Corner say yes. Francis Joma says yes. Everybody says yes. Sekou Sherry says yes. Samuel Josiah says yes. David Flomo says yes. Resulu Harris says yes. Jim Joseph says yes. Blamoto says yes. Alfonso Giga Dawan says yes. Nancy Isma says yes. Stephen Tu, everybody says yes. Everybody wants to know how Yege Koluba voted. And at the same way, we would demand to know how Yomli and Delon will vote in the Senate. Right, Wagai?
Absolutely.
Yes. In fact, I think you should call Yege up.
Yeah, I just don't. If you have a number, please, I would need it.
I was saying phone number to you.
Okay.
Yege Koluba criticizes the government about everything. We want to know how he voted. It is important. The public deserves to know. I'm going to say a number to you. You're going to call him up. Let him tell us how he voted. Okay. Let him tell us. We deserve to know. I just say a number to you. But let's go back to the line and take more calls. Everybody says yes. They want to know how Yege voted. Everybody. Not a single person says no. Everybody says yes. So let him tell us. Did he take the 50,000 from ArcelorMittal? We want to know. Tell us how you voted. This deal gives away our assets to ArcelorMittal. They have a remainder of 9 years on their concession agreement. The first one, they're taking 15 years on this one. That's what, 24 to 25 years. They're giving our assets away. They have not done the things they committed themselves to doing in the concession agreement, the first one, and now they want to have a second one. It's just unacceptable. Let's take some more calls there. And then have one of the people in the office try to call the man. Give the phone to Bwaka, to George or somebody in the office. Go back to the phone line. Let's take some calls.
All right. Let's see if we can take somebody from this WhatsApp number. Good morning. Your name, are you calling us from?
Good morning, Bwaka. Good morning, Costa. My name is Arthur Yenutu. I'm calling from Virginia, USA. Yeah. I've been following the story this morning. And I want to thank Costa for being very much affluent in bringing out these stories. But on the other hand, I want to hold the library responsible for what is going on in the country, for what the lawmaker continue to do to that country. We saw this few days, country that came outside because Brandon Samaka was being refused certification. They are able to stand for an individual, but they don't know how to stand for the injustices that is being perpetrated upon them within the country. What will it take to go after the business of an individual, to use that strength and go after the business of the country in order to get those guys in line? I don't know their problem. So, Liberia is just where it is. Thank you.
Okay, let's take more calls there, folks. If you're in the diaspora and you want to call, you can call the WhatsApp number. It's +231 888 624171.
Yeah, let's take Jetro Emmanuel Kule on this line. Jetro, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Boaga. Good morning, Henry. Good morning to the people of Liberia. Yeah, Boaga, I'm actually touched by that lady, 25-year who scored.
Let me warn you that Representative Koluba is calling.
What it tells me is
He's calling.
Isaiah chapter 1,
But you should call him from Liberia. The connection will be better.
A company of tea. Everyone loves rice and chases after reward. They do not defend the orphans, nor does the widow's plea come before them. Yeah, that's what's happening today. On the day a lady is being sent to jail because she saw her child for 60 US, that is the day our lawmakers are working, jubilating with 50,000 US dollars being paid as bribes to be able to plunge our country in the dirt. So it tells you that indeed we are in a revolt here as a nation. The lady should be called up for counseling to know the motive. What really led her to have done that?
We'll find out, Jethro, that's your job. You are with the COP.
Until we place her in jail to if intensify our situation. We don't know even what if you have been demoralized, broken down.
Okay. Can you tell Jethro that I'm asking him as the Deputy Secretary General for the COP to try to make contact with this woman?
Okay, so Jethro, Costa said that you should try and make contact with the lady. Okay,
call back from your side, okay, please. He was trying to call.
I was calling him, but they were
people
telling me
keep saying that he is out of the country. They say he's in Ghana, but at least we want to hear him on the record.
Yeah, well, I'm calling. I'm not getting him.
We're not rendering judgment, but people want to hear him. We want to know where he stands on this issue, how he voted, if he did vote.
Message after the tone and press the pound key or hang up the phone when finished.
But I call him on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Now WhatsApp number down there. Save it and call him on WhatsApp. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, but in the meantime, take another caller and call him on WhatsApp.
So keep your calls coming in this morning. We're still taking your calls. The phone line is open 0770-102-102-086 010-383-555-102.
Look at the other guy here. G. Johnson Jackson. G. Anthony Jackson say you want to know how Johnson Gweglo voted. It's something from Nima County District number 9. You better stop. Johnson Gweglo, they say, hey, boy, you say, what a beer? The Nima County caucus are the 5 people that took the money. What are you talking about? Nima County caucus? They're the 5 people that sold their country. You can't talk about how Johnson Gweglo voted. Why is he all like brave?
Let me see if I'm trying now to reach out to. Okay, his phone is ringing on WhatsApp. Representative.
Okay, good. So just ask him when he comes on. Just ask him. Tell him we want to know the Liberian.
Representative Yaka Kolba, welcome to the Costa Show. This is Bwaka Kamara.
General
morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother. Good morning.
General, what's up?
I'm okay. Costa is speaking to you.
Well, we are concerned. First of all, are you in the country or you're out of the country?
I'm out of the country. I left Liberia 7 o'clock Wednesday morning on ASCA. I'm out of the country.
Oh, so you could not have voted for this deal because you are not in the country, and the deal was voted for yesterday.
I could not have voted, and I would never vote for it. I could have never ever voted for it.
Well, folks, there is the evidence for you. Representative Kolba left the country on Alaska Airlines, and that's true. They leave very early. I know that flight because I flew on it.
Yes, check it out.
He left Wednesday morning. The deal was passed Thursday.
Let me just bring this to your attention. I went to the airport late. In fact, I had to negotiate with the people to let me be the last person on the flight. All the counters attendants were already left. So I was the last person to enter the flight on Wednesday morning on ASCA. If you want me to send my ticket to you, I can send it to you.
We believe you. Representative Kolba, we believe you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, folks, there you have it. ASCA leaves, I think they travel 5 or 6 days a week, and they do leave on Wednesdays. and the same time, 7, very early flight. Representative Colma, thank you very, very much.
Yeah, he left already.
All right, folks, there you have it. Yeke Koloba could not have voted for the deal because he's out of the country. Oscar leaves at 7:30, 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning. I know Oscar. I've flown on Oscar before. They leave very early to go to Ghana. You arrive in Ghana by 10 o'clock. You leave 7:30 from Liberia. You arrive in Ghana by 10 o'clock. So if Yeke left at 7:30 on a flight on Wednesday, it is not possible that Yeke could have voted for the deal. Not possible. So we just want to put it out there. Ladies and gentlemen, we wanted to inquire because Yeke is a firepower. He's one of the biggest critics of the regime. Therefore, the people wanted to know, and we wanted to know. Yeke left the day before they signed the deal. So he did not vote. And if you don't vote, they don't get you the money. Okay. Just so you know, the way it's done, you must vote before they get you the money. Let's take some more calls there. You don't vote, and you know what they call it? JVCN. What they call it, Baka? John, before you something? JVCN. What was you call it, man? One was small. You gotta pour some before you eat. But let's take some more calls. Baka, take some more calls there.
Good morning.
Baka, good morning.
Welcome.
Good morning, Baka.
You are live. Welcome, brother.
Calling back. Thank
you for putting through the photo to Representative Yaka Koruba. We're gonna say Representative Yaka Koruba said he never voted. That was clear to us. We're gonna say that. We want to know to every Representative President Jimani voted. We want to know, all of these people want to know whether they voted too. It was clear that we want to see Representative Yaka Koruba that he never voted. He was not in the country. That's clear. So let us know to all the representatives up here who are questioning. Therefore, we want to know that every representative President voted and how he voted. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
He wants to know how the other people voted. I agree. We want to know how all the lawmakers voted. Particularly the lawmakers that belong to the opposition community, we want to know how they voted. The Lima County lawmaker part, forget them. Forget them. They were the first set of people.
Let's take this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Bokai, and good morning to the peace-loving people of Liberia. Good morning to my leader and Metros leader, Heaven Pedro Costa.
Morning,
I think you're listening to Honorable Yeke Koliba. He said it. If he want to be here, he will not go to vote, and he did not vote the D because he flew out of the country, and we somehow were away. And we tried calling on the line, but then he has made that clarification. He has made that clarification already. Leader, likewise, it should also go directly to our two senators, Senator Lawmakers and Senator Dillon. And in fact, all of the senators that we think we know that they have been advocating for the people of Liberia, we are not supposed to force them, and we will not force them. They are answerable to us, they are also questionable to us. So thank you very much. Even though I'm constrained to call on the show, but I just have to make that also fair. Leader, thank you very much, leader, for the work that you are doing for the Liberian people. Thank you.
Thank you, Amara. Let's take some more calls then. It hasn't reached the Senate yet, so we can't ask Dylan. Dylan has already publicly said that he will vote against it, but still, after the vote is passed, we still want to know how he voted. We also want to know how Youngly voted. Representative Larry Youngquist, we want to hear from Larry Youngquist because Larry Youngquist, by the way, is a representative from Nima County. Larry Youngquist was initially critical of the deal, Wagai.
Yeah,
at some point, Larry Youngquist became quiet.
This lawmaker from Grand Bassa, yesterday he got disenchanted and then he was talking to the press. I just got his video. Let me see.
What's his name? What is the name of that lawmaker?
There's a higher tax pay. The taxes are better. Even stealing from us, we've been treated. Why are we not looking into it? What do you think is responsible for the community system?
I don't know. The best known is that that's the reason why we are saying it might not be discussed until the right things are done.
Is that one of the most powerful men?
I am going back inside.
So
I am going back.
One of the most powerful. Yeah, one of the most powerful men is calling you to work with him. What's the discussion?
So let me hear what you have to say. I guess we can
work for what?
Let me say in the video, probably you know him because
yeah, send me the video. He sounds like Thomas Goshua.
Yeah,
Thomas Goshua. But send me the video, let me see. But that voice sounds like Thomas Goshua.
Okay, so let me take somebody from this line.
He's a member of the ANC. But let's see.
Good morning.
Send me the video.
Good morning. Okay, let me see if I can change the position of this cable. Okay, good morning. Your name is joining us from?
Good morning, brother. Am I on the line?
Yeah, you are live. Welcome. Your name is joining us from?
Thank you very much. My name is Maurice Sisse, and I call you from the Denzel Publica community of West Point.
Okay.
Brother, let me appreciate you and appreciate Aaron Pedro Costa for this trending talking point. No, because brother is very sad. That's why you see some of the time we sit down and wonder why God you have to stay in this country. Why will our lawmakers that we voted in the rain, in the sun, will be taking the kind of money and not knowing the implication of that money? Or knowing the implication of that money, but in knowing it because of their self-greed. We think it is sad for us. Why can't they just sell this country to these people and let them move from here and go wherever we want to go? It is sad. It is so sad. So it doesn't encourage us to even vote. Because we expect them to vote and make decisions that will be in the interest of the Liberian people. Or the people keep disappointing us. It's so sad, man. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Okay, thank you so much for calling.
All right, brother. It's Thomas Goshua.
I hope we can get his number.
Thomas Goshua is the one.
Somebody do. If somebody has Thomas Goshua's number, please help up with it so we can reach out to him this morning because he
I have Thomas Goshua's number.
Good morning. Okay, please send me.
Good morning, Baka. Let me say good morning to our leader, our hero, our incoming senator, leader Henry Pedro Costa. My name is Stephen S. Bona. I'm calling from Johnsonville.
I have his number. I'm sending it to you right now, Baka. Give him a call.
We have NQA since the days of Ellen. She signed the state concession in this country that never made up the scanner, and today George Weah has come and he continue it. But leader, I beg you, coming 2023, we need to know that Joseph position, even though we know him, we're going to vote for it. But I want you to find out, place call to him, let him tell the people of most of our country where he voted, let him know that Joseph position because he's contesting for the Senate Council 2023. We want to keep the light on him, let him know his position. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
All right, okay. All right, Stephen, thank you. I just sent you Representative Thomas Goshua's number. And let's hear. By the way, the flight that Yege was on, former Vice President Joe Biden was also on that same flight. They were both on a flight together and they saw each other. Just an additional layer of confirmation there that indeed Yege left the country on the 15th. I mean, on the 15th. Today is the 17th. The 15th was the day before yesterday. It was on Wednesday. That's when VP Bouaga left. He made a short trip to Ghana, and Yeke is on that particular, or was on that flight with him. They even met each other. Then they greeted each other, at the airport. So let's call Representative Thomas Goshua.
His number is off.
His number is off?
Yep.
Yeah, but he was angry in that video. Mm-hmm. You hear him, and folks, they were pulling him outside.
Yeah.
They're calling the sergeant at arms to escort him out. Thomas Fala was also there assisting to calm him down because he was pretty angry from the video that I just watched, the little bit of it that I watched. Thomas Goshua is a representative of Grand Bassa County. Apparently, he was very pissed off. Let's take some more calls then. All right. We got 15 more minutes to go. Let's take as many calls as we can.
Let's take this
26-year-old woman sold a 6-month-old baby for $60 US. We're going to reach out to her. I've instructed my people at the COP to reach out to her to find out what is the issue, if this woman needs help. I believe she does, so that we can see how we can help her. Let's take some more calls.
Let's take this person from Norway. Good morning. Your name, where you joining us from?
Good morning, Boaka. Good morning, Costa. My name is Linford Goer. I'm calling from Norway. You know, I concord with Costa when he says that we should hold the CPP not because the country war and then find out how they voted. And I want Costa to start with my representative from District Number 1, Gong County. And this country, the people that live in that part of the country, District Number 1, they really suffer from the effect of accident methods operation in Nima County because of the river that we have. The St. John River is polluted, and these people use that river for several reasons. And so I want Costa to start with Junior Hill, who is the representative in that area. And Junior Hill also happens to come from Costa's own party, which is the ALP. So Costa,
That's true.
Our representative.
ALP man, yeah. Junior Hill is from Bond County. Now my own party thing, but I know he took the money.
Let's take
any money you talk about in I play that Junior Hill will take some.
Thomas,
useless guy. My own party thing, useless man.
Yeah, go ahead, you're live.
You say you must sell it. District say you will sell it.
I'm calling on you, please, with your permission. Can you convene an immediate meeting for the diaspora COP executive? Let's discuss this, please, Henry Costa. I'm calling on you to call an emergency meeting for the diaspora committee.
Who is that? Is that Mr. Ansumana?
Yeah.
All right, that's Chairman Ansumana, the chairman of the COP Maryland State Chapter. Thank you. We certainly will. We'll call a meeting.
All right, let's take Momo, the critical Johnson, on this line. Momo, good morning. Welcome.
Morning, Mr. Good morning to my friend. Good morning, Lilo.
Go ahead, you're live.
I'm speaking now, foreign about my way. I just got a number from a friend who close to that meeting. I come my way there, then I started to go 2 hours or 1 hour now. I will pay you 2,000.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's take this person. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, sorry. You're not following the show or not listening to me. So the phone lines are still open. We're taking your calls. We get like 12 more minutes to go here. We're still taking your call. Just keep them coming in. The WhatsApp number and the following locals numbers here. Keep it coming in. We will have you and put you through. And we just want to know some of the other lawmakers, how they voted. Good morning. Welcome. Okay. We mess up on that person. The phone lines are open.
Somebody asking about the kind of boy we had about. Austin will say we should find a House Representative Prince Tokwa voted. Prince Tokwa from Nima County Representative Prince Tokwa. You want to waste my time here? You don't want to waste that time of court. Prince Tokwa is how you voted. And Prince Tokwa that was the first man to get our own money. All your Nima County lawmakers and solar. All your representatives of Nima County, they sold out.
So, Representative Matthew Joe of Grand Pastor County, Austin, he didn't vote for.
Oh, Matthew Joe did not vote?
Yeah.
Can you confirm that?
Yeah. His chief of office staff, I don't know, Lawrence Chie just told me that. I was trying to get
our man Lawrence Chie.
Yeah.
But tell Lawrence Chie want to Tama Goswa. Tell him you must call Tama Goswa for us if he knows another way to reach him. All I know is he was making yesterday. We want to know how it ended. And you know what I mean, brother?
All right, yeah. We let me see. The phone lines are still open. The WhatsApp number is +231 888 6241 71. Let's take.
Budget was passed yesterday, folks, at $786 million. It was submitted at 785. They added just about $1 million to take it up to 786. The wage bill, salaries alone is $491 million. That is just about, is $9 million shy of $500 million. Salaries in the government, $500 million for salaries alone.
Yeah, I on the phone when I drop off. And what God? Representative Salfogo was on one of the radio stations saying, we're not going to take that money. And including Solomon Cordial George. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Representative Salfogo said, you're not going to take that money, and including Solomon George. So even though somehow we don't trust them because they are significant, but again, I want you to do your own background to see whether they never took that money or they took the money. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm trying to reach to Abraham Vamuya Kone. Let me see. What did I probably do?
What? Mama, you better waste our time?
No, man, we need to know how they put in that took the money.
You tell them Vamuya Kone.
We need to know who they all took the money. This morning, the show is like we're trying to reach, because we need to put people on the, make sure we know who are those that took the money. The lawmakers that took the money, we need to know them. Let me take somebody from the WhatsApp number here this morning. Good morning. Your name is Johnny from?
Good morning. My name is Maxwell Miller. I call from Minnesota. And I just want to take 60 seconds. Even though the lawmakers decided to pass this deal, but then they also understand that this is also a pay-for-play scenario. They are taking money to put the Liberian people in detriment.
Yeah, I pay for play.
Money, the land has been contaminated. There will be default in people childbirth. There will be cancerous activities. And they should know that whatsoever that they are doing right now in the future, the United States government is going to go after them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother, for calling. Let's take somebody from this line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yep, your name is joining us from?
Hey, good morning. My name is Abi Donzo, and I'll call you from Kawe.
Welcome, Abi.
Yeah, thank you, Kamara, and thank you to Reverend Pedro Costa. Costa, I want to appreciate both of you for waking up early this morning to talk to her about critical happenings in our country. The issue of our lawmaker is very disappointing. I was one person that been following this deal and been praying in my heart that this deal should not surface in our country. But sadly, what I'm hearing this morning from you guys is very frustrating. And I think there's no need for us to have this House of Legislature, because there's nothing that they are doing there that is in the interest of the Liberian people. The first thing that you understand is that if somebody is giving you 50,000 each across the board to pass a deal, you should understand that they got the right to benefit times 2 of that money or times 4 of that money. But our lawmakers are not seeing it from that angle, and I think it is bad and it is evil for them. Lastly, I listened to the issue of the lady that allegedly sold a child for $60 US. I think it is sad also. There's no condition in.
Honorable Yaka Koluba is trying to call back. Let's see if we can reconnect with the general.
Yeah.
General, welcome back.
Good morning. I'm monitoring your show, and I'm hearing that they are dividing money. They dividing money today, or when did they divide the money?
What? So the people that voted yesterday, 50,000.
Wow. And that's more money, because if you watch our Tuesday session, you saw me. I approached the speaker's desk. I told him I'm not well. I need to come and do follow up on my treatment, and it was granted. I wrote a communication. But let me say this, Costa. If anything happened in our house, we will not be excluded from it, because they will say the house. So we all will have to be held liable. And not only the people that are there right now that that they are saying they receive money, it should be all of us, because we are part of the house. And we of course the majority take the day, the minority voice cannot be heard. But they will say the House of Representatives, and we all will have to carry the blame, Costa. It's very frustrating to hear this. I don't think it's true, but if it is true, then it's very frustrating, But I think we all will have to take the blame, because it's the House of Representatives.
All right, thank you so much, Representative Koluba. But in all fairness, you cannot be blamed individually as a person, as an individual representative, as long as you didn't take the money. You know, I mean, you didn't vote for it. The deal is bad. The deal is not good. The deal is bad. ArcelorMittal is supposed to do a number of things that they have not done. They have failed to do. They are polluting the concession area, making the people sick. I mean, you're talking about long-term health effects, infertility in women. Some of the women will not bear children. Some of these young girls will not be able to bear children tomorrow. They're poisoning the water, lead and arsenic and all the kind of things. They're poisoning the water, and they're poisoning. They're making the people sick now and in the future. What are they doing to clean up the environmental degradation or the environmental impact that they are causing? What are they doing to repair that, to salvage it? Nothing. You know, and $3 million is what they give the 3 counties. They're going to increase their production by 300%, from 5 million tons of iron ore a year to 50 million tons of iron ore a year. Yet they still want to give us $3 million. You know, so there are lots of things here. And Representative Golba, you are right. We blame the legislature as a whole, as a body, but we can't blame the people who decided to not be a part of it, the people who didn't sign. As long as you didn't sign, we respect you for that. So, you know, that's the point. But let's take some more calls, Wagan.
All right.
Even the American ambassador spoke, he spoke on this deal. He did not condemn the deal in its entirety. He said it's good because they're investing more money, they're going to create jobs. But he said we should not give our assets away to them to control the rail, the port. They can control a segment of the port, but we give them absolute control. We give them the rail to control. Why can't we hire an independent company to manage the rail, Wakai? An independent firm that can come with the expertise, the technical expertise and capacity to manage the rail, to upgrade the rail. Why can't we do that? Why do we have to let ArcelorMittal, which is one of the users of the rail, control the rail, when we're expecting the Guineans from across, HPX, Zali Mining, Nero Mining, and what are other firms across the border from Guinea? They're supposed to be using the rail for about 15 years. The Guineans are building their own rail, Bwakai. It's going to take about 15 years to complete the rail.
Look at that.
400 miles of rail, Bwakai, from across the border, from Nimba, straight to Conakry. It's a $14 billion construction project. 14 billion, billion with a B. But it would take many years to complete the rail. So in the interim, the Guineans will use our side. They will use our rail. And ArcelorMittal wants to take the rail so that they will be collecting the money. Because now those companies like HPX and Nero Mining and Zali Mining and all those companies, CSR, those companies will have to pay ArcelorMittal as opposed to paying the government. Then they're talking about they will set up a rail management committee, and the rail management committee will be run by the government, by ArcelorMittal, and the government will be a member of the committee. But then why can't we set up a rail management committee that will be run by the government, and then the government can then pay whoever will come to manage the rail in terms of, or to maintain the rail or to service the rail. But we must give the rail to ArcelorMittal to control. Then the companies that will use the rail will pay to ArcelorMittal so that ArcelorMittal can maintain the rail. What kind of nonsense is that, Wagan? HPX, Nero Mining, CSR, what the other government, Zali Mining, all those companies are going to be operating using that rail, Wagan.
Yeah.
They will be operating in Guinea. This place called Zekata, the Samadou project across the other side of the Nima Mountain. They want the side that's in Guinea. So they're going to be bringing the stuff. So we are going to be paying ArcelorMittal the money. These companies will pay ArcelorMittal millions and millions of dollars. They're going to be paying ArcelorMittal. This is nonsense. Let's take some more calls.
All right. Let's take somebody on the WhatsApp number here. Good morning. Your name, are you calling us from?
Yeah, I have somebody on the WhatsApp number here.
Go ahead. You are live. Don't listen to yourself. Go ahead. Talk to me through the phone.
Yeah, Baga, this is Artemis again calling from Chicago, Illinois. Henry, I know the subject matter you're just raising is so touching, very, very painful. And again, I remind ourselves again, yes, when the guys landed there, in fact, today was when the deal actually handed over to the Americans, for the African American or the people of color to join us in that country to form this country called Liberia. Those guys struggled to a country. Now, we who call ourselves the native people were in charge for the last 41 years. Look at the errors, the mistake, the pain, the lack of...
Okay, my brothers, sorry, we have Representative Thomas Boswa on the line with us this morning. Representative Thomas Boswa, welcome to the Costa Show.
We can call him back after Representative Boswa.
Can you call me back? I'm already in another radio station. I'm on a program.
Oh, okay.
All right, no problem.
No problem.
He will call us back. We want to know how Representative Boswa voted. It seems he's not happy at all, which is a good thing for the people of Bassa, Liberia at large. We'll speak to him afterwards. We hope he gets off while we're still on. Our time is up. But see what Atismus gave. We're sorry for cutting you off there. But Representative Boswa is a person of interest, and we wanted to speak with him. And because we saw a video in which yesterday he broke out in complete anger. He was angry about something. He was angry and blasting the deal and the way his colleagues were proceeding. And the sergeant at arms was called and asked to escort him out. And Thomas Wala and others were trying to pacify him. So we needed to hear from him to know what provoked that anger and that uproar, which I believe was righteous anger. And that's why I wanted to hear from him. So you may call back at this must get. But let's go back to the phone lines and take some more calls. Today is Friday, the 17th day of December 2021. The time in Monrovia is 9:03 a.m. The time in Delaware is 4:03 a.m. Let's go back to the phone lines and take some more calls there. Okay. Yesterday, the House of Representatives ratified the controversial ArcelorMittal deal, which does not benefit us as a country and people. ArcelorMittal is a user of the rail, and we're basically turning them into the manager and the custodian of the rail. It does not make sense. There's conflict of interest. There's no accountability. And the House of Representatives also ratified the national budget for the year 2022. This brings us in line with the rest of West Africa in terms of the budget period. Budget will begin January and end in December. $786 million. The budget was ratified by the House. The wage bill is $491 million, which is well over 50% of the budget, just about 60% or more. Let's take more calls there. Okay.
Okay, we have somebody on the line. Good morning. Your name is joining us from?
Good morning, Waka. My name is Costa Show, and I'm calling from the U.S. in Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay, welcome.
So, I want to say thank you to you and Costa this morning for elevating the issue with the ArcelorMittal deed that have been signed, allegedly signed by the House of Representatives. What I want to say to our people is, we have to be honest to the people we serve. And if the government is by the people and for the people, I am urging the government to allow the views of the common people to be heard in this particular deal. This deal is a replica of all other bad deals we're talking about. We have learned and heard about 2,000 possible jobs as been talked about by Ken Hassan on Spoon FM. These are all information and theory. Look, let me be honest. If the government wants to prove that it loves our people, let our people be invited to the table to discuss this issue along with the House. Another thing I want to say here is, yes, it is true that Boswa was asked for section because he represented the Bassa people. Honorable Boswa, I want to say to you, we stand by you, we support you, what you have said, and we will do everything to ensure that deal will be revisited and the voices of our people across the present land of Liberia will be heard.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's take somebody from this other line here. Good
I
morning.
was one person that been following this deal and been praying in my heart that this deal should not surface in our country. But sadly, what I'm hearing this morning from you guys is very frustrating. And I think there's no need for us to have this cause of legislature because there's not
allow the views of the common people to be heard in this particular deal.
Hello.
This deal is a replica of all other bad deals.
Oh, I just don't know who's that person. But you can call me and you'll be live on the show this morning. We're still taking some calls. Okay. I have somebody here from Nimba.
I want to say this. I want to make an announcement just to make an acknowledgement, a statement. A few months ago, a friend of mine, the president of the Liberian community in Colorado, Brother Ebenezer Norman, he contacted me to say that he and Representative Naquita Riggs of the Colorado State Assembly and other Liberians, they had secured $1 million in brand new medical equipment. I'm sure you all who follow this show regularly can recall. And they needed to raise money to ship these medical supplies to Liberia. And they didn't have the money. You're talking brand new hospital beds. Some of these beds go for thousands of dollars. These are not just ordinary beds. Brand new ventilators that they use for people who have respiratory challenges or difficulties, and PPEs, different types of PPEs, the high-end ones and the not so high-end ones. And they needed to ship the first of 3 containers, $1 million worth of medical equipment and supplies received from Project Q. So they needed to raise money. They asked us to help, the Costa Show, and we came on. We did a fundraiser a couple of times. 3 times, actually, we were able to raise $12,500 as to go toward the shipment. They raised money from other sources and other people, but that's what we were able to generate from here. So and that money was supposed to go toward the shipment of the first container, 44 container, and the distribution. So they shipped the container to Liberia, and it has arrived, and the medical equipment and supplies have been distributed amongst a number of medical of health facilities across the country, as far as Lofa County. So I just want to inform you, I want to thank you very, very much, those of you who chipped in, those of you who contributed financially and morally to help us raise that money. The equipment have arrived. I posted the video, and the supplies have been shipped, and they have is arrived, and they've been given to facilities that need them. I just want to break that to you. But we'll take 5 more calls and we'll call it a day. 5 more calls.
All right. Let's see if we can take this person here. Good morning. Your name, where you joining us from?
Good morning. This is the reason I'm calling from USA.
Go ahead.
North Dakota. I have concern to talk about 2 issues. Really touched my mind. One is the concession agreement.
What?
As we are looking, the concession agreement that will be passed, I would suggest that we Liberians, both in Liberia and abroad, should rally around to get a lawyer and fight this case. We should not let it down. Secondly, the lady that sold her child, I would like for us, as Costa had just stated, let's find means to help her and really find out what happened. If we in diaspora put hands together and rally and get some money to help her so that she can settle herself.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for calling in. Once we get in contact with her, we'll let our people know that we are already in contact with her. So let's take this person here. Good morning. Yeah, your name is joining us from?
Thank you. My name is Jay Morris Siasi, and I call you from the township of West Point.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. The issue, Pedro, we are trying to call this morning specifically has to do with the arsenal method you that Henry talk about. You see, it's very sad, Henry. I listen to you and you make some of these happening that are in that deal, and that deal does not want to be signed at all. Does not want to be signed. And Bwaka, I got a serious issue here in the township of West Point that I think I got to get in touch with you on. I don't know how I can get in touch with you on. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much. We take 3 more calls, like Costa said.
3 more calls and we'll call it a day. Maybe on Monday we can try to speak to Representative Goshua.
Yeah.
Okay? Make a ring over here to be our guest at 8 o'clock on Monday.
Okay. All right. We have Representative Roger Duma from Nima County. Representative Roger Duma, good morning. Sorry for catching on where you are on the Costa Show this morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. This is Bwaga Kamara, and Costa is following from the state. Costa, this is Representative Roger Duma from Nima County.
Representative Duma, we are curious, particularly you are from Nimba, where the mine is located, the concession area. How did you vote yesterday on the ArcelorMittal deal?
Well, I'm not getting it too clear, but I think yesterday was a big disappointment because of the way the process went. If you watch the session, the process was cooked. I'm saying this because for such a major decision to be made by the legislature without opening the report for discussion, that was my biggest disappointment and shock. So I felt very, very bad that the speaker had to handle the situation that way.
But I asked him how he voted. How did he vote?
We want to know your position on the voting process. Were it for yes or no?
I think we were against the extension. From day one, we have been saying this. That's why even the process especially on readiness was denied. Everyone who tried to amend the motion was denied. And we're told to do that through our vote. So we're clearly against the extension and expansion.
Can I ask him why was he against it?
Why are you against it, Mr. Goshua?
In the first place, we said that ArcelorMittal have reneged on most of what they're supposed to do in subscribing the MBA. For instance, there is no clear water system in the Yoruba area. Housing is very poor. They have completely neglected the area of operations, and they are bringing containers for their workers to live in. So once we have not lived up to the agreement, the previous agreement, we feel that expanding, and extending the agreement will not make any difference. We wanted a commitment so that they can stop what they have agreed on previously before we can talk about expansion. That was our point.
Yep. So what next? What next? The deal is already gone. The people have signed it already. What next now for the county, most especially from you guys that were in favor of this deal?
Well, the people of Nima County spoke, and the legislature could not listen. The lawmakers make their input. We even made some suggestions that were considered. So our people, we need to go back now to meet with our people to find out what next. I'm planning that as soon as we close, I'll be going to have meeting with my constituents so that the decisions will be made by us jointly.
But let him tell us which district in Nimba he represents.
I represent district number 7. That's Saclay bound areas.
Yeah, Saclay, my little brother and little sister, that's where their father is from, Saclay.
Oh, okay, yes. I represent Saclay and bound in surrounding villages.
Representative Doma, thank you very much for taking your time to speak with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate this time.
Okay. That's
well, folks, there you have it. So there are some people who didn't sign. I mean, the thing was chaotic yesterday, Bwaga.
Yeah.
Some people didn't sign the deal. They were not happy by the way it went. You heard him. He said, what did he say? He said the speaker failed to open the floor.
Oh, for discussion.
To bring the thing to the floor for discussion. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
So he simply just, I mean, how can you sign such a deal? And he made very good points. The same points we've made, okay? The same points we've made. Open the thing up, hold ArcelorMittal accountable first for the things they fail to do before you even discuss extension and expansion. Because there is two things. They are extending the duration of their stay in the country, and they are expanding their operations. That's why they're moving up from 5 million tons of ore a year to 50 million tons of ore a year, iron ore. And as Representative Doma said, you have to look at what ArcelorMittal has failed to do, and the blunders ArcelorMittal has made and continues to make. The impact, the environmental degradation. You know, they're polluting the water. They're making the people sick. They failed to to build the concentrator. They failed to employ 25% of Liberians in the top management. Lots of things. But Buffer Chambers decided to macromanage this whole ratification exercise, to deny his colleagues, particularly those from the counties where that are affected the most. Nimba is the most affected. And these are the people who are supposed to have the right to deliberate on this issue, to express how they feel about it, the deal, and then you deny them of that right. And you hurriedly pass the deal because they have secured the votes to pass the deal. That is so unfair, Mark. Let's take 2 more calls there, and then we'll call it a day and a weekend here. 2 more calls.
Okay, so Liberians, you know that we have played our part here.
We are on record. Everybody knows where we stand on the ArcelorMittal. Tomorrow, when I say tomorrow, in the future, if and when the people are Nimba, and it is likely, when this deal is ratified by the Senate, when the Senate concurs, I say when, not if, because I know they will. When the Senate concurs with the House of Representatives and ratify this deal, and it comes into effect, and the people of Nimba rise up and start making trouble, nobody will complain yet. We will not condemn them. If the people of Nimba rise up and make trouble tomorrow in Nimba as they did before, you remember they did that before.
Yeah.
The Nimba people here are, and now when I know. When the Nimba people start making trouble tomorrow, if they start making trouble, which is likely, the deal hasn't passed. The people already started setting the railroad on fire. The rail. Now we don't support violence, but we will not condemn it. I'm gonna say this to you. If the people of Nimba resort to violence in protest to this deal, we will not condemn them tomorrow. I just want to make that clear. Because you did not go to Nimba to sit down with the people and talk to them in the villages and say, my people, you're who living here. How the people then treating you here? The people living in continuum. How you have a 24-year concession agreement, you living in continuum. You can't bear horses. You see the way Lango was looking before? Huh? What I saw Teddy Ryder made when Lango was Lango. When Lango was Lango. You see how it was looking before? Now you go bring continuum, you pull a continuum down, you put air conditioner inside, and you say that the people will be living here. Eh? Now how you can operate? You can't even build houses. And what kind of nonsense? Why would the government even allow this? This is the time when they tell the person, look, you did not build houses. You won't build houses now. We will not extend your deal. Amen. Nobody say you might not extend the people's deal, but get the best out of them. They needed you. They need it more than you. That little money they giving you out of the 1 year, not make your hair so big. Well, let's take the 2 calls and go, man. They think they're sad, man. They think they're sad.
Liberia for you, Costa.
I tell you, man.
You have to accept the unexpected, things that we don't
we will not accept it. We will not accept it. We'll stand up against it.
Good morning. So, my name name is Vincent Hawks. I'm calling here from Des Moines, Iowa.
Iowa, welcome, my brother.
All right, thank you. So this is concerning the lady that was incarcerated due to selling her kid here. So I know she was incarcerated by the government, but what was her initial charge? And also the person that purchased the child. Did they go after the person to see if they can bring the child?
We can get more information, my friend. We will.
We're trying to get more information. We'll come on here on Monday to give you more information about that, okay?
Yeah, we'll get you more information. Thank you very much, Braga. I send you Representative Johnson Gweglo's number. Call him and let's hear his position on this deal, how he voted. If he did indeed vote.
All right, I'm trying. Let me see.
That's his number.
Yeah, let me see if I can get him on the other line.
Representative Johnson Gweglo from Nima County.
So the phone lines are open up until I can get to Representative Johnson.
Now who bothering you? Somebody keep calling your line. Call Representative Gweglo, please.
Yeah. I said I'm trying to get to Representative Gweglo. I'm trying to call him, man, but somebody keep calling my line over and over. I cancel in the call. Yes. So
he's gonna be our last caller if we manage to get him on the line. By the time he answers, tell him we're on the Costa Show. He's on live and would like to speak to him on how he voted yesterday.
All right. So I'm calling him right now. Let me see if we cannot get him through. His phone is off.
His phone is off?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. All right, folks. Then we're gonna go. Fellow Liberians. Now, we see you until Monday. We can't give up, my people.
We can't give up.
We gotta keep talking. One day, the country will be all right. It will not be easy, but we'll get there. One day we'll have real leader, real men that can say no to the big companies that will come from abroad. Say no, you will not exploit my country and my people. If you don't give these things to us that you committed to in the agreement you have, we will not extend your agreement. If you don't improve on this and that, we will not do this one. Tax breaks, we're not giving you tax breaks until you prove yourself deserving of them. One day, by God's grace, Liberia will have such a leader. I believe that in my core, in my being. That is why we do what we do. Until then, let's keep praying. Let's keep voting. Let's not give up. Let's not lose hope. Let's not lose faith. God bless you all. Have yourselves a blessed weekend. If something important comes up, I will do a podcast as usual. God bless you. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you.